Points of View Reference Center is a wonderful database for controversial issues. You can always put your search terms up here, but another way that you might enjoy is to browse the different issues. Now, in the news shows you issues that are obviously current. If you click over here, you're going to see more. Also, if you go down further, you can browse by category. Up here, you can show all. So this is another way that you can browse. I'm going to go back and show less because I actually like them under categories and then subcategories. Now I'm going to go into people and society, and if I click more, if I click the plus sign, it will open it up into even more categories. And I'm going to go with reality television programs. If I click here, it's going to take me to a page that Points of View has set up specifically for their terms reality television programs, an overview. And if you go over to the right hand side, there's a feature where you can see that here's a point, and here it says point, reality television is tacky but harmless entertainment. So this is kind of a pro, as in pro and con. This is telling me that reality programs are not very bad. So that's your point. If you open this up, it'll open up in a new window. You can stretch it out and you can read it once again, you can listen to it, and here it breaks it down into sections. I'm going to close this down, and then we're going to see that there's a counterpoint underneath the point, and you can click once again here and it's going to do the same thing, open up into a nice article with sections. I wanted to show you a little bit further down because actually here's a guide to critical analysis, and this is a very nice feature because it'll tell you, it'll show you, it'll help you to be able to organize your thoughts and help with your writing process and help with your critical thinking about the article that you're reading. Also, under research guides, you can help choosing a topic, evaluating a website, if you go into your different websites, and how to write a topic sentence, and how to understand the bias of a publication. These are all important features that you can go into if you need some more help with them. So I'm going to go back up to the top, and I'm going to show you on the left-hand side how you can go into the different resource formats. So if your teacher says that you need a newspaper article, you can go into newspapers. If you need an academic journals article, you can go into academic journals, and it will open up into another page, and you can see we have 3 academic journal articles, which this icon indicates as an academic journal, and then we have a book review, which they consider an academic journal. That's one way that you can browse Points of View Reference Center. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you how you would use a search feature instead of the browse feature. So I'm going to put in gambling, and you'll notice that there are things that come up, but I don't want that, so I'm not going to click here. I'm going to click gambling, and is the default, so you don't have to actually put in and I'm going to put in addiction. Okay, so I'm going to search for these search terms, and you'll see I have over 1,000 results, which is a little bit too much for me to search on my own. So I wanted to show you how you can make the database work for you. We're going to go scroll down and we're going to limit our resources. So over here it goes back to 1993. I only want the last 5 years or so. If you want less, you can always bring it over further. And every time you change anything here, you're going to update the results. So now I'm going to go down and make sure that I see all the other limiters. Okay, so once again, here they allow you to limit it to your resource format type, but I want to go into subject area. I think this is more important for me, and so I want to go into addictions, and you can see that there's only one article that's going to bring up addiction. So if I click here and I update it, the database has brought me down to one article from over 1,400. And so you can see if this article is what you actually want. If you float your mouse over here, you can see that it tells you a little bit more about this subject. I'm going to go back and I'm going to remove this limiter, and I'm going to go back down and I'm going to go into radio and news transcripts. I'm going to update it. And now we've got 47 results. I can now go into the publication and I can say which transcripts I would want them from. I'm going to go into a radio transcript and then I'm going to update it. And now I've got down to 3 records. So that's Points of View Reference Center, and I hope that you find it useful for your controversial issues.